All right, this is K4PEW net control for the Mount Juliet Simplex radio net here on 146.415. I know there's no emergency traffic. I've been sitting here for over an hour. Somebody would be screaming by now. If you do have an emergency, call 911, or you can tell us, and we'll call it for you. Just make sure to give us your address, or give us your call. We'll know your address if that's where you are. Net may be broken at any time for emergency traffic. For information on the net, you can go to YouTube and to their search block and put in my call, K4PEW, and it'll bring up, it'll say live or something under live video. And you can also go to YouTube and put in Mount Juliet or MJ Simplexton Net. You can see me if you want to. No real good reason to do that unless you like to be amused. And that's on 146, or you can, excuse me, that's at MJ or Mount Juliet. Yeah, MJ, Mount Juliet Simplexton Net, or MJ Simplexton Net. I forget. Most of you know where it is. 146.415 is the Simplexton Net. That's 146.415.net. You can also go to groups.io and put MJSS into the search block for information on all the nets, or you can join the group to see what you can get out of it, which would be you can sell and buy equipment, you can ask technical questions, and get support from close to 200 hams, many of which are really, really good at what we do. Or you can send me an email to get dumb answers, and that's k4pew@arrl.net. That normally meets at 8 p.m. every Wednesday and Saturday night. Used to be Sunday. This week we're conducting that in 146.415 FM Simplex, followed by we're going to do a 270 centimeter net tonight on 446.415 FM. Then we're going to go to 28.415 upper sideband, and then on to 223.415 FM. And don't forget the Sunday night net at 7:30 p.m. You got to be there. The merits are in order if you're not there. If you have 10 meter upper sideband or FM capability or 223 capability, you can show up there because he does all three starting at 7:30 p.m. And at 4 years under their belt, Michael does. It's KM4 wire ref, so just need to add to the frivolity. Is there any other announcements aside from we are going to have that? I do have some forthcoming information on the Simplexton Field Day. Don't have it handy because I don't have it finalized right now, but it'll be behind. It's on the big property behind the Hermitage United Methodist Church. It's in Hermitage. You'll probably know where it is. It's right on 70. Kim is in Hermitage. Did I mention it was in Hermitage? Yeah. All right. Any other events I need to know about, or we need to know about?
Yeah, well, Sunday. Just want to remind everybody, July 20th is the Ham Fest up here in Lebanon at the Made in Tennessee building on the Tennessee Wilson County. And we hope everybody can get there that wants to.
And that's July 20th, right?
Yeah, July 20th. And if you would check me and KI4SORL, I'm just going to run in and want to stick my head in the door and say hello.
Very good. We got an announcement. Don't forget the Ham Fest. It's at the Wilson County Fairgrounds, which is near Lebanon. You all know where it is. I think same building, same place as last year. Great Ham Fest. It's mostly indoor, although there is an outdoor boneyard. I should say not a boneyard. It's a place where people sell valued equipment. It just happens to be vintage and in perfect shape. And it worked the last time I used it. Anyway, it's July 20th. Just get there early so you can get in the bargains. That was Richard, KI4SIB, and his bride, KI4SOR, and they're in Lebanon. At least I think he is. He was mobile at the moment. Let's see. Any other announcements? Aside from the Ham Fest, which I'll get, the Simplex, the Simplexton's Field Day, which I'll give you more data to show. Which it is going to be on the 22nd of June, though, which is the last Saturday of the month. And that should be fun. Any other announcements? All right, got nothing. Who else? We starting from we be starting from the west, and this net number, if anybody's taking notes, 1009, which is quite a lot. Never thought I'd be writing thousands in there from the west. And this is what is today? 5 June. Should remember that. Son's birthday is the 4th. My wife's birthday is the 3rd. No more announcements, but where they're going to start. We're starting to sound a little weird here. Starting to sound like Hunter Biden in his prime. Where are we starting? We're starting. Yes, I'm sober. We're starting from people short on time, mobile or first time check-in. So let's do that first.
Okay, for Vivian.
Hello, what's up with you, man? Heard from you in a couple of weeks, or at least a week anyway.
It's been a while, I know. Not a whole lot. Just kind of rearranging this mess over here and trying to get radio switched back up again.
Oh, just give up, man. Can't be done.
Tell me about it. Too many of them.
I know. I started a project here in the shack yesterday, and that now the shack has got about 3 square feet of living space. I could stand up and walk around.
Yeah, I know the feeling. Well, good to hear you. Say good evening to you and the family. Anybody else on the deck, I'll turn it back over to you. Some more check-ins.
Very good. That's Michael or Mike. Kilo for Victor Alpha. He's in Hendersonville. Who else is north? I mean, who else is short on time mobile or first time check-in? All right, we'll move right to the west. Please come now. Is this on? No, is it nobody from the west?
KT4ILV, Jack and Donaldson.
Man, I was thinking you were taking a nap or something, Jack.
No.
Hey, did you see the pic I put up this time?
No, I just barely got to hear the radio in time.
All right, very good. I just take a look. It's that thumbnail is another Simplexton saga.
Okay, I'll take a look at it. Thanks for doing that, Paul. I'll see you on the next one.
Yeah, very good. That's Jack. Kilo Golf for India Lima Victor, and he's in Donaldson. Who else is west?
Kilo Delta Fort Charlie Victor Echo.
Very good. We got Greg in there. Everything going well in your sector?
Everything's secure in the Antioch sector.
You have your cross streets handy?
Yeah, unit Antioch there, yeah.
Well, very good. That was Greg in Antioch. Kilo Delta Fort Charlie Victor Echo. That's all you need to know is the general vicinity. I'm in the Walmart sector over here in Mount Juliet. Who else is, when I'm scanning, I can hear them on the, I forget what it's, MERS or FRS. I'll clean up on aisle 7. You know? Who else is west?
15457, all Walmart.
Oh, is it 15457? I never paid any attention because I don't like monitoring that one. That's pretty cool, though. I didn't know they were all on the same frequency. I guess that makes it easy for transfers, doesn't it?
I guess, yeah. They seem to, anytime I drive by one, my scanner picks it up.
Oh, that's funny. Which scanner do you have for mobile?
Well, I mean, it's a ham radio.
Oh, okay, very good. I didn't know if you had another one of those scanners in the vehicle so it could be robbed.
Used to, but there's not enough to scan anymore.
Yeah, I'm with you. No more. Well, not very little police, that's for sure.
Yeah, Mount Juliet Sheriff's Department's one of the few ones you can pick up.
You mean Mount Juliet Police?
I think the Sheriff's Department is what I hear. I think the police has technically gone over to the Nashville digital repeater.
I think they're simulcasting it, though.
They were. Are they still in? Are they still?
Now I'm going to have to go look because I don't know.
I haven't heard simulcasting forever, but I could be wrong.
No, you're probably right. I haven't monitored that in ages. Anyway, that was Greg in Antioch, Kilo Delta 4 Charlie Victor Echo. Who else is west?
Kilo Charlie 4 Tango November Quebec.
Hello, Mr. Charles. Everything well with you?
Yeah, doing just fantastic. Went and got a haircut earlier. Now I look 30 years younger. You believe that, right?
Oh, I'll buy into 25.
Close enough. Anyway, thanks for being there, Paul. Y'all have a good evening. KC14.
Yeah, but I don't care how much hair you cut off me. I ain't gonna look any younger. You have to shave my back too. Anyway, that was Charles in West Nashville, Kilo Charlie 4 Tango November Quebec. Who else is west? All right, to the south. Yeah, you sound like you're on your ICOM.
I am on my ICOM.
The other one's not hacking it no more?
I just didn't bother to turn it on. The ICOM has been on, and I just left it on.
See, this one has a much smoother sound to it than the Kenwood.
Well, I pour bourbon in the back of it.
No, it sounds like somebody. It's kind of a laid back sound from the ICOM compared to the Kenwood.
There you go.
And it sounds good, though. It really does. Anything good for the net?
Not a thing. Got my AC working. Hey, I mean, it's great. Let me tell you, I can't tell you how much we missed it.
I know. You know what starts today, though, with that AC unit?
Cool weather.
No. Just degradation. It's a downhill slide until the next replacement.
Well, so am I.
That's right. Hey, so you survived your granddaughter's visit?
More or less, I think most of the stuff in the house is still intact, and the few things, a few other things we can glue together with a hot glue gun.
Does she bother the dog?
Yeah, she terrifies Amy.
I'll bet. Yeah, she thought she had survived the worst of it on her previous owner.
Yeah, being the puppy mill and being used as a bait dog. Yeah, she thought the worst was over.
Man, oh man, that's rough, real rough. Anyway, nothing else for the net.
Not a thing.
Very good. Good to have you in there. That was Tony. Good signal. And we were talking about Icon because the Kenwood, he was on earlier and it conked out for some reason. I don't know when they switched over to the Icon, and I knew. I said, man, that's a different radio. It's got a smoother sound. Like you said, the bourbon sound. It was Tony, KF4, KFQ. Who else is west or south?
Kilo Echo 4, Sierra Yankee Victor.
Man, your signal's awesome today there, Larry.
Well, that's good for a game.
It is good. Let's hope it holds up for Saturday.
Okay, man, we'll get you later. Get you for it, Floppy.
Yep, that was Larry in Rockville. Kilo Echo 4, Sierra Yankee Victor. Who else is south?
Coming.
Go ahead, Michael.
I could not hear Larry at all tonight. Isn't that funny?
Usually you can hear him better than me.
I know it.
I think I'm probably facing the right direction here in the shack.
I don't know what it is, but it's just kind of weird how it turns out.
That's fun. It's almost ridiculous, because he sounded great. I don't know. Mysteries, sweet mysteries of life. All right, Michael and I are trying to figure out why he hears some people. He's only 2 miles apart, but he hears things I hear and can't hear, and I hear things he can't hear. It's weird. Anyway, I think there's a great wall if Julia gets in our way or something. It's a movable wall, by the way. Who else is south? Yeah, south. Then we're going to the east.
KM4YRS.
Very good, Michael. You doing anything valuable? So you're still now you're still working this week, aren't you?
Well, actually, I had a stress test today, and gonna have to have a heart cath on the 19th. So today has not been a great day, but it's been an okay day.
So what are they looking for?
They're going to check both sides of my heart to see if there's blockage. And they did echocardiogram, and they did a chemical stress test and a ultrasound on my carotids. All that was okay. I passed the stress test, but something showed up on the echocardiogram, so they want to go and take a better look.
Well, if they thought it was serious, you'd be in the hospital right now instead of talking to me.
Yeah, the first available was on the 19th, and Dr. Patel wanted it sooner, but that was the first shot to get in.
Are you feeling you got angina or something?
No, I just have a lot of fatigue and some shortness of breath, and but that necessarily doesn't mean a heart issue. They're checking my lungs too, and a lot of blood work.
Well, Dr. Patel called me and told me you had lack of hustle.
Well, he's right now because I'm just too tired to do anything.
Oh, I know, man. It's I always like that term. That's fun. Anyway, no, I hope it works out for you. Let's hope it's nothing serious, or they can just go in and put in a stint if that's what they got to do.
Yeah, that's the plan. If they see anything, they'll just go ahead and do it while I'm right there.
Cool. So the carotids were, my mother-in-law, who, passed away 4 years ago, she was 94 going on 95. She had her carotid arteries rotor-rooted out twice in her lifetime.
Well, I had 70% blockage in my left carotid, and they went in and clamped it off and sliced it down the lengthways and took all the gunk out, sewed it back up.
Man, that sounds like a sewage project. Man, I can't. You make me wince just talking about it.
Well, I didn't know exactly what they were going to do until it was over, and it's probably good that it did.
So that's interesting. So both those carotid arteries feed the brain like in a parallel? Is that what they do? Because how can you stop one and what does half your brain go to sleep?
Well, they did the ultrasound on the left, and then on the they did the right first because I'd already had the left one done, and they were both good. So the problem is not there.
But you still have an alignment problem.
I'm thinking that it's that, or there's several things that he named off. It could be like could be anemia, or it could be a lung issue or something. But we'll see.
I'm going with the lack of hustle.
All right, that sounds good to me.
Very good. That's Michael. Little medical net we got going here sometimes. Kilo Mike 4 Yankee Romeo Foxtrot. He is, let's see, you're 74, still working, so you're just a workhorse, man.
I know it. I'm ready to get rid of it, though.
Oh, I know, aren't we all? I mean, I can't even handle what I got now.
I know, you're a busy man.
I'm telling you, when the ski lift gets going, the maintenance and the downtime's a killer, too. Anyway, just climbing up to the top of the lift every day, because it's not always, I can't ride it up, I got to walk it up. Anyway, who else is east?
WAPLA.
Hey, how are you? I heard you earlier calling out for somebody else, and I just presumed you'd be checking in tonight.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, I just was calling out for Stan over there in Lebanon. Did a little trading with him a little earlier. I was trying to get him on the radio, and want to come early, but didn't want to come early unannounced.
Hey, I got to tell you, you're a perfect guy to talk to. My brother shipped them to me, 2 HP laptops, and they're probably 2 or 3 years old. Nice laptop, but get this, they're both say on them, they're HP evaluation only factory models. In other words, they're pre-finished, and I had to figure out how to get them started because they both wanted to shut down.
Oh, well, nice.
But I figured it out. I had to put in a new BIOS and all that. You know better than I. I mean, I had to work my way through it like a fumbling through the dark,
Yeah, well, what are you going to do with them?
I don't know. They're nice laptops, though. They really are. They're really nice. Beautiful screen. They're not big. I mean, they're really notebooks, I think you'd call them. But they're nice. I don't know what I'm going to do. I only already have two regularly working laptops, and then I have a Windows 7 and a Windows XP laptop. So I got to think about this. I have at least 2 working PCs, regular desktops.
Well, very good. Hold on, so you're not coming up with a use for them.
I'm going to do some Bitcoin mining. What do you think?
It works for me, but just send a percentage my way.
I'm telling you, man. No, it's funny. A couple of the machines I don't use at all. They just sit around. I don't even know why I keep them, but I almost feel like a hoarder at this point.
Yeah, I know the feeling. I was looking at my attic the other day and all the computer stuff. I had a company I worked for, and none of the stuff they had at the place, they wanted to keep any of it. So I took a good portion of it home with me and told my wife, I said, I don't even know what's up there anymore. So I almost have to force myself to go up there and go through the attic maybe every year or year and a half just to see what I've got to know whether to throw it away or keep it.
Yeah, Mark told me he had Whiskey Bravo 0 NOL. He told me he has a machine that's from the 80s up in the attic. He hasn't seen it. It worked on 30 years. He doesn't even know why he leaves it up. He's leaving it up there is easier than doing something with it.
Yeah, I think the next time I go through everything, I'm going to make pictures of everything laying out on the floor. That way I can go back to the pictures to see what I've got. I did that with my tools one time, and that has been very handy. I look back to my pictures, and I know exactly where my tools are and what bags they're in.
Well, I'm old enough to remember I used to do that with a Polaroid.
Oh, very nice. Well, I will let you get on with it. I'm sure there's somebody else from the east trying to check in here. I hope you're doing well. I'll try to make it their breakfast one of these days at WAPLA.
That's all right. You're missing out on all the fun. And we just do nothing but talk about you. So you got to show up.
Oh, absolutely. And have some soft serve ice cream at the end, right?
Oh, anything you want, man. Unfortunately, where we sit, I have to walk by the dessert bar. That's a bitch.
Oh, I bet.
Anyway, that was Philip. And he's in Tucker's Crossroads. That's where he is. That's Whiskey 8 Papa Lima Alpha. Anybody else east?
Okay, Uncle Richie.
So you were hanging out with Philip, huh?
Yeah, I could have been over him earlier.
And did you sell that ICOM okay?
Yeah, he bought us that mobile for me.
Oh, I didn't know who bought it. Oh, that's great. That's great. No, he should have a good time with it.
Yeah, I think he wants to do some QRP stuff with it.
Well, that's not a QRP machine, is it?
Yeah, the come off out of it.
Oh, I don't think I realized that. So that's what, a 10 watt or 20 watt?
Yeah, it's about 10 watts.
Cool. Although every machine I have, I can make QRP and just turn it down to 5 or 10 watts.
Yeah, it's true. That's a little bitty radio. It's easy to take out and do parts on the air, on the air, or whatever.
Yeah, or islands on the air. Yeah, very good, Stan. Anything else you got for the net tonight?
That's all. One idea back to net. Okay, for TV.
Yeah, very good. That was Stan. He's in Lebanon. Kilo Mike 4 Hotel, Quebec Echo. Who else is east? East or north? Oh man, you made it. How you doing there, Brian?
Doing just fine. We just got out of Costco and having dinner there. A couple slices of pizza and soda. We're living large.
If you're going for dinner, you got to get the hot dog, man.
That's tomorrow. I think we just pizza on one day and hot dog next. Someday we're going to move up to Sam's and get whatever they got.
I think it's the same stuff, although they do have, as I recall, didn't they have the pretzels too, the hot pretzels?
Oh, yeah, you get pretzels. At Costco, you get a chicken sandwich if you want.
Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah, that's my wife. We were the last 2 times we were in the BJ's here in Mount Juliet. She goes, "Don't you want a hot dog?" I said, "No, I don't want one of their stinking." If I do that, I'll have to skip dinner. It's so fat.
Yeah, well, don't skip dinner. That is dinner.
No, that's what I'm saying. Is I'd have to do it and then skip dinner. No, it's a. I mean, it's a nice little bargain. I think. Where else can you find a $1.50 hot dog? From a vendor.
With the soda.
Oh, that's right. You get a soda with it too. Yeah, but I don't know. My problem with BJ's is we always buy more than we need.
Yeah, I suppose. I've been to the BJ's, walk around, and I don't know. Maybe it's because it was new and wasn't really that, didn't have the stuff I like going into a place that got the Apple computer sitting there and playing TV and things.
The BJ's here has a huge display of all of the TVs. There must be, I'm going to say there's 20 or 30 of them.
Well, I don't know. I can't afford the ones that are in that Costco. I've looked at several of them there. And spend $2,000 for a TV is a bit much.
Yeah, but the prices sure have come down, I'll tell you, in the last few years.
Yeah, compared to the one I got,
Yep, I'm with you. We've got the same thing. I keep threatening to just go buy a new one to replace this Hitachi rear projection, which is pretty nice for its day. It's a couple grand, and I've been threatening to just replace it with a 65 or 70-inch flat screen.
Yeah, I'd like to change mine out too. I've got a couple more lamps on shelf waiting for the lamps to go in.
Oh boy. Anything else for the net, Brian?
I'm just making the net this time for a legitimate time.
Yeah, very good. That was Brian. He's in Andersonville, and it's Kilo 3 Charlie Tango Papa. Kilo. I'm missing a letter there.
Alpha.
Oh, there you go. I didn't write it down. Very good. Kilo Alpha 3 Charlie Tango Papa. Who else is north?
Before Romeo Victor Quebec.
Oh, there was a double in there. Brent, I think that was you with the Romeo Victor Quebec. You're It's Kilo. What's the next letter?
Kilo Echo 4 Romeo Victor Quebec.
Yeah, we're just missing the echo. Very good. You doing okay? I haven't heard from you in a while.
Yeah, doing good. I just got back from Wyoming. I'm back about a week or so ago. So yeah, I'm doing great.
Wyoming. Yeah, okay. I hope you're hunting or fishing or just plain vacationing.
Plain old vacation. We went to South Dakota, went to Wyoming, got up at Montana. So yeah, I really loved it.
Oh, I've never been. I understand it's very, very scenic.
Yeah, I loved it. It was 60 degrees and 7 feet of snow on the ground.
Really? And you just got back? It was 7 feet there?
Yeah, there was probably, well, I'm trying to think, the snowbank that I climbed up was at least 5 feet. And yeah, overall, some places were 6 to 7 feet still.
Yeah, you're making the Tennessean shudder, you know.
Yeah, but it was really nice. You're walking along, you're hiking, you get hot, all you got to do is fall over in the snow for a minute or two and get right back up.
Well, you learn, everybody realizes it, I guess, but you know, when you're out even in the winter, I don't care where you are, I don't care if you're in Alaska, if you're working, you'll build up a heck of a sweat. You actually be hot.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, but it was really nice. There were some people, the first little bit when I was there, you could walk out on the lakes and stuff still, but then at the end of it, it was getting a little dicey.
Yeah, that's awesome. And someday I'll make it out there, I guess. My wife said one time, why don't we move up to, whatever, Montana or Wyoming? I go, yeah, it's actually, if you want remote, that's where we're going.
Well, I'll tell you, Deadwood was really fun. I enjoyed the heck out of Deadwood.
I'm guessing that's a small town.
Yeah, it really isn't that big. But the gambling was fun. Yeah, we had a lot of fun there.
Oh, well, I knew a guy, he was one of my, in the same industry I was down in Florida, and he moved. I can't remember now whether it was Montana or Wyoming. I haven't kept in touch with him, but he just wanted, he was just moving out there and going to live large out in a small town out there.
Well, you can do it. You can definitely do it. And it was, it was quite the experience. I mean, I wouldn't trade Tennessee for it, but yeah, to go out and visit and hang out we were out there 10 days.
Don't those areas have caribou and what else?
They had elk, they had pronghorn, they had caribou, which I think pronghorn's like an antelope. I think it's the same thing.
Okay. Yeah, very good. And no grizzlies, right?
Oh no, we had grizzlies. Yeah, I got some videos of grizzly and brown bear and some black bear.
Yeah, see, those grizzlies. See, when I spent time up in the Adirondacks, we never feared the bears because they run whenever you see them, unless you're messing with the cubs. So, but the grizzlies, if they're hungry, you're lunch.
Yeah, well, see, I was from Maine originally, and when I'd be up there in the summertime, yeah, once in a while you run into a bear, but you're more worried about running into a moose.
Yeah, they're just plain ornery, aren't they? I've never run into one. I just know of them.
Yeah, more people get killed by the moose than they do the bears.
Yeah, the bears, the ones we ran into up in camping up in the Adirondacks, they never even came around. I mean, they came around at night, and if you saw them during the day, they'd run.
Yeah, the same in Maine. Very few aggressive ones, except for breaking into garbage, and they break into cans. A lot of times you have a camp or something like that, they break into those.
Well, the one thing I noticed the last time, it's been now 12 years, 14 years, camping up in Adirondacks, is when we were there as a family back in the 60s, early 60s, it was bears and raccoons and, with the garbage rating and now the rules, I think in all of those states, maybe in Tennessee as well, if you're camping, you have to bring your trash over to the forest ranger's cabin, and they got a locked dumpster, locked enclosure for the dumpster.
Yeah, now everything you do, and even for food storage, they've got these lockers.
Yeah, they even when we went to the campsites, which I'd been there before, it's been more, almost 50 years ago, more than 50 years ago. They have a warning list. It says, if we catch you leaving food out, you will be expelled.
Oh yeah, and they find the heck out of you too.
Oh, I didn't know that. Well, I wasn't going to leave it out anyway, but I just thought it was interesting how much things have changed, and it's because it really it ruins. It doesn't ruin the experience as much as it ruins the bears by leaving, having easy access to food and garbage.
Yeah, well, it's a new food source for them, and they start leaning on that.
Yeah, not good. Anyway, everything else going well for you? You made the trip safely. How long were you going?
I think I was gone just about 14 days.
Wow, that's a nice trip.
Yeah, I really liked it. Like I said, it's good to go, but by probably the 9th or 10th day, you're ready to come back.
Well, even anytime you're out of town and you're working out of a suitcases or a trailer, it's nice to come home.
Absolutely. Well, 73 guys, and I will try to catch you next week.
Very good. That was Brent. He's in Northwest Wilson, and it's Kilo Echo for Romeo Victor Quebec. Who else? There was another double in there. Who was that?
WB0
I couldn't take two of you though.
Well, I started to key up, and then I heard Brent just as I was pushing down, so I let up.
Yeah. Well, you and him aren't that far apart, are you?
I don't think so. I'm not sure where he is. I think he's over here in this part of the county.
Yeah, I think he's just west of you a little ways, not too far, maybe a couple miles, because he's still in the county.
Yeah, that's putting batter on the edge.
I think he is. Anyway, how's it?
Oh yeah, I'm going fine. Spent most of the day trying to get a dumb oil filter off of an old car, and that thing was stuck. I finally got it, but it was a mess.
Did the wrench not want to work on it?
Gluing some coarse grit sandpaper, garnet paper, side of the filter wrench because it kept slipping.
Oh, I've done that. In fact, I just grabbed the grit paper and wrapped my hand in, put it inside my hand and twisted it with my hand when I was able. But I've seen the other way is you make sure you got something underneath. You just poke a screwdriver through.
Yeah, I've done that. On this little car that I've got, it's a tight squeeze. It has an engine transplant, so it's got a later engine in it, and it's just almost doesn't fit. But anyway, I got it off.
I take it was a bigger engine.
Yeah, the big engine is a 1275 cc.
Well, it's bigger than the other one, right?
Yeah, the other one was a 948. Big horsepower change.
Well, that's 30% more, right?
At least.
Wow.
But anyway, I got it off now. I got it tomorrow. I guess I'll finish up.
Yeah. Do things incrementally.
Yeah. But in any case, that's all that's going on over here. Nice and quiet otherwise. So, hoping we don't get more storms tonight.
Yeah, we don't need any more storms. Anyway, that was Mark. He's in Northwest Wilson County. Whiskey Bravo 0, November, Oscar. Who else is any place, anywhere, including North?
K4 ID.
Hello, Robin. You keeping busy? They keeping you busy over there at the utilities?
Yep, sure enough. They got away from me more quickly than I wanted it to today.
Well, it's better to be busy than not busy, that's for sure.
Yep, I've got more of it tomorrow. I'm glad to have indoor work on rainy days.
So chasing down RF problems can be done indoors?
Well, that's not all I do, and depends on where the noise is.
Oh, I guess. Very good. I just was presuming it was mostly outside.
Well, I'd say I was about 50-50.
Oh, okay. Very good. So you do get to spend time inside on the rainy days. Cool. Are there that many problems come up in the district? I mean, with radio frequency stuff?
No, not a great deal. Seems like since I've been in the role, there's been about one every 2, 3 months, 3, 4 months. Had one last week up in Ridgetop, and this one was different. AT&T called us and said, "Your noisy utility poles along this circuit are causing our customers' bandwidth to suffer on their internet service." So, and I rolled up and met the tech who called me, and he had the same test equipment that I had, and we went pole to pole. I said, "Well, yeah, you're right. They're noisy."
Oh, that's cool. I was going to ask you before you told me that. Is it most of the issues come up because of somebody's complaining or somebody like the cable companies?
That's the first one from a cable or telecom customer. All the others have been ham radio operators.
Oh, is that right? I'm not surprised. I don't know who else would notice.
Not very many people.
Scanner listeners?
Donglers, man, they're everywhere.
Yeah. Hey, I noticed on somebody, this guy who was traveling through here, or I guess he saw the website, the 146.415 website, because that's who he contacted me through. And he mentioned his website. He has a rant in there about ARRL is ruining ham radio with all its promotions of the IP over, the internet functions plus the digital modes, D-Star, all that stuff. I'm like, well, you don't have to use it, man.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Probably hates FTA too.
Well, that's what I'm getting at. It just doesn't. It's like somebody says, I hate any of those things. I hate Echo Link. You go, then don't use it. What's your complaint?
Yeah, really. So that's I don't hate FTA, but I really dislike what it's done to contesting I used to enjoy. But that contesting that I used to enjoy was 20 years ago, and it's been in decline ever since.
You mean in voice?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. Again, I went through that, and I just found it to be too easy. I didn't even make it out. I don't think I made it past. I forget which mode it was. The JT65 maybe.
Yeah. And it was more challenging to get set up and working than it is to quote unquote log contacts in it. Like, all right, well, that was time I'll never get back for too little return on my investment.
Well, there's what great about that is, the last I looked, is the PSK frequencies are wide open.
Yeah, I would imagine so.
Well, PSK, I like PSK better because you actually could have a QSO with somebody. PSK 31.
Yeah, there is some back and forth with that, unlike the contact them and move on mode.
Yeah, well, I actually had a lot of people do that, and I had two funny ones. I checked in onto one of those ships, Navy warships on the air, somehow the one out in the Missouri at Pearl Harbor, and I accidentally left, like a short the bio you'd put in there, all your equipment and stuff, and when it's on one of those special events, they don't care about that. And I sent it to him, and oh man, can't believe I did that. And he writes back, he goes, "Thanks for your bio, man." And then but I had another guy who he posted something. I answered, and as soon as I was reading it, I saw something, and I would do that just if I could get a conversation. He mentioned about something about a radio or an antenna or something, and you go, "Hey man, that's a nice radio. Have you had a good experience with it?" And he goes, "Oh, finally somebody who wants to actually have a conversation." That was just funny to me. Anyway, anything else for that?
No. Carry on. Thanks for calling in.
Yeah, I'll be sending out a little blurb about getting together on something between some people, you and I, and some others, about setting up the time and place for either go look at the site or just figure out what we need to do and who shot John. That whole works.
All right, that's fine. I can be there by around 3:15, pretty much any day during the week.
Cool. And well, we could just set something up on Zoom too, because not everybody's gonna be able to make it. We can talk some things through before we go. All right, very good. That was Robin, Kilo 4 India Delta Charlie. He is in Davidson County, but he's due south of me on the east side of Percy Priest Lake. Always seemed odd to me that he's not in Wilson County, but that's where the county lines are. Who else is any place anywhere? Yeah, we couldn't kick you out of Wilson County, could we?
No, I literally just walked in the room. I turned it on and heard Robin's voice. What's up?
Oh, very good. He was checking in. He blessed us with his presence today.
Oh, okay. He was pretty strong. I've got the bead pointed at 210 degrees. Now things are good in Possum Town. Rolling on. It's summertime and I'm soaking up.
Very good. Yeah. Robin's had a great signal ever since he got shamed into getting rid of his Michael Fong antenna.
Oh, the chop suey antenna. Yes. Sometimes you got to work with what you got.
No, I know. Listen. I went through that same drill locally when all I knew at the time was repeaters and there wasn't any simplex. And then I realized, boy, this really stinks.
Yep. All right. I'll move on here. KE4TW.
Yeah, very good. That was what's his name? That was Wes. That's Kilo Echo 4 Tango Whiskey Indy, and he's in north of Possum Town here in Wilson County. Who else is any place anywhere? Don't forget, Wes, we're going to do 70 centimeters after this. Who else is anybody else? Any place anywhere? Lollygaggers, lurkers, sandbaggers are next. And you don't want to fall into that shape-shifting lizard people. That's an awful category. Flat earthers and the moon landing deniers. All righty. We're running out of people. All right, we had 18 here tonight. We're going to move right over to 70 centimeters. So, all right, that's where I'm going. 446.415, and after that, we're going to 28.415. So we'll see you then. K4PEW. Appreciate everyone being there.
The national.
This is Kilo 4 Papa Echo Whiskey with the Mount Juliet Simplex Radio Net here on 446.415. Looking for check-ins on this frequency. Everybody from the, where was I? West, please come now.
KG4 ILV.
Man, big signal tonight on the 70 centimeters there, Jay.
Yeah, it sounds really good.
Yeah, it does tonight. Or did you hear Larry when he came on 2 meter?
I couldn't hear Larry at all.
Yeah, but normally you can. There was an exception last week, but he was huge to me, and you couldn't hear him, and Michael couldn't hear him.
Yeah, I thought that was odd.
It is. Anyway, that was Jack, Kilo Golf 4, India Lima, Victor, and Donaldson. Who else is West?
KC4 TNQ.
2 in there. I got Greg, and then he got covered up by Charles. We got Kilo Delta 4, Charlie Victor Echo, and Antioch, and Charles with a huge signal. Kilo Charlie 4, Tango, November, Quebec from West Nashville. Are conditions good for you tonight there, Charlie?
You know, the audio is great. I mean, it's Q5, but the signal is only like F2. And actually, Jack had F0, but I could hear him just fine.
Yeah, we got a signal eating atmosphere apparently today.
I don't know, but the audio was great. So, y'all have a good evening. KC4 TNQ.
Very good. Again, Charles, Kilo Charlie 4, Tango, November, Quebec. Who else is West? Or South? Or East?
KM4, Y, or F.
No, very good. How's it sounding to you tonight there, Mike, on 70 centimeters?
Good. I've heard everybody so far.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, I'm just glad we jump in here every once in a while on 70 centimeters just to show how good or bad it is, depending, compared to the others. Anyway, that was Michael, KM4YRF, here in Mount Juliet. He's on the ghetto side, by the way. Who else is east? I'm hearing a big squelch break.
Me too. No audio.
You got to hold it down and talk. That's probably jailbird, Charles. All right. Anybody else east or north? Ah, very good, Mike. How are you copying people tonight on 70 centimeters up there in Hendersonville?
Right now, you're the only one out here.
Yeah, okay, so not too slick. So your antenna is not too slick there, or are you using that the dual band that you still had there?
Actually, I don't even know what antenna I flipped on to. All this stuff tore apart. I just started throwing stuff back together, so I have no idea actually.
Okay, that might be in a good position to be in, not knowing what you got. Very good. That's Michael K4VVA in the Hendersonville. Who else is north or anywhere?
Kilo Echo 4, Romeo Victor, Quebec.
Hey, very good. But how are you copying people?
It's hit and miss.
Yeah, well, you're out there in the hinterlands on 70 centimeters.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Well, 2 meters does so much better universally, when the conditions are good.
Yep, they sure do. Well, okay, Paul, I'm going to go downstairs and fire up the 8-7.
Very good. Take a fire extinguisher. That was Kilo Echo 4 Romeo Victor Quebec, and he's in Northwest Wilson. Who else is any place anywhere?
I'm Corey.
Very good. How are you copying people tonight, Stan?
I just got her call. I think the dog draw.
Okay, very good. Well, you sound pretty good over there at 70 centimeters. I was Stan in Lebanon, Kilo Mike 4 Hotel Quebec Echo. Who else is any place anywhere? Lollygaggers, lurkers, and sandbaggers. I haven't heard from Flat Earther Kevin over there in Lebanon. Oh, we found the Flat Earther Flat Earther Robin. How you doing? Yeah. How's everybody? Everybody sound good for you on 70 centimeters? It isn't as good as 2 meters for you, is it?
You sound great. I can't hear anyone else.
Oh, really? On 7, but you can hear everybody on 2 meters, right?
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's the bad spot for 2 centimeters. Weird. You heard me joking about the headphone antenna.
Dead wrong antenna.
Well, yeah. Again, every antenna has its purpose, and that one is great if you're just going to work, real local and repeaters,
Yeah, and it also takes up some minimal amount of space in the garbage can.
You can probably use it for mobile use.
I wouldn't waste the energy to run over it.
Anyway, how are we supposed to support engineering students where he works out in cheap old California?
I suppose I am. I'm supposed to support them. They got enough support as far as I'm concerned.
Well, if it keeps them out of the leftist activities a few minutes, all the better.
A few minutes.
Yeah, that's about it, too.
All right, carry on. I'm gonna go to bed. K4.
Very good. That was Robin, Kilo 4, India Delta Charlie. Anybody else out there? Please go now. Any place, anywhere? All right, no goat ropers? I got another category, goat ropers. All right. We had a grand total 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 in there on 70 centimeters. We're going right over to 28.415. We'll see you right there. K4P. Well, we're cooking now. This is 28.415. This is K4PEW. 10 meters upper sideband. Looking for check-ins from the, wherever it was, west. Very good. We got Jack in there. Kilo Golf 4, India Lima Victor. And who else is west? Anybody else west? Jack, can you hear Greg? It sounds like him, but he's so far in the background. It sounds like I'm making it up. I'm pretty sure that's Biscuit. Okay, were you talking earlier and I couldn't hear you? Okay, very good. That was Kilo Delta 4, Charlie Victor Echo. It must have been voices way in the background. And Greg's in Antioch. Who else is west? Over to the south. Well, the south ain't rising again tonight. Over to the east.
KM4, wow.
Man, you're making my ears hurt again. I won't have to clean them anymore. That's Kilo Mike 4, Yankee Romeo Foxtrot here in Mount Juliet. Who else is west or east? I mean. Oh man, you missed the lollygaggers, lurkers, and the sandbaggers on 2 meters. Well, very good, Scott. Good to have you in there. That was Scott. He's in Laverne. Kilo 1 Sierra Papa Delta. Who else is wherever I was? East. East, please come in. East or north? Okay, very good. I got you in there, Brent. There was somebody else. That's Kilo Echo 4 Romeo, Victor Quebec, Brent in West Northwest Wilson. Who was the other party? Oh wow. You're very weak to me, Robin. I'm Robin. West, because I don't. Are you copying them better, Michael?
I copied pretty well.
Yeah. Okay. Same deal. And you're pointing right at Mount Juliet, aren't you? Aren't you, Wes? No, yeah, I can hear you. I have to pay close attention and make sure the headphones aren't around. But I can hear you okay. I mean, I can hear you better if I turned up the volume, but then somebody else will blow my brains out. All right, we got you in there, Wes. That was Kilo Echo 4 Tango Whiskey India in north of Possum Town in Mount Juliet. I mean, in Wilson County. Anybody else north or anywhere? Hello, David. Haven't heard from you a little bit. You doing okay? Oh yeah, doing fine. It's actually I'm looking forward to our annual reunion at the Wilson County Fairgrounds in July. That's when I get to see everybody. No, that's a good one. It's all indoors, air conditioned, and as I get older, the air conditioning's all the better. Oh, that'd be great. That was David. He's in the White House. That's Whiskey 4 November, Papa. Anybody else? Any place, anywhere? Ah, very good. How are you copying people tonight, Charles? You're a little weak to me tonight, but that's not too unusual. Okay, very good. Yeah, those are nice radios. I have one of those too. That's Charles, Kilo Charlie 4 Tango, November, Quebec. Uh, uh, who was I going to ask you? Oh, Jack, are you copying Charles when he's on 10 meters? Oh, okay, so he's got a big signal to you. Okay. Yeah, it's just making it over to me that's the problem. Very good. Anyone else? Please come down. Nobody. Very good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Another niner. We got 9 on what do you call it? 70 centimeters and 9 on 10 meters and 18 on 2 meters. So we got multiples of 9. Maybe we'll get 9 on 223, 415. But that's where we're going next. Anybody else before we move? Very good. Is that somebody out there? Yeah, go ahead. Please come again. Boy, I hear you in there, Wes, but I don't know if you were talking to me or somebody else.
Well, he said he was pointed right at you with the log periodic, but you obviously couldn't hear him.
No, just barely. I mean, I really had to strain just to realize it was him. Anyway, that was Wes making an issue of he's pointing right at me, and I still can't hear him very well. Anyway, we had 9 on all those 2 bands, and then 18 on 2 meters. So we're moving over to 223.415, and finishing up the Facebook or fake book as it's called. And I'm going to close down the live stream here, and we'll go from there. You guys have a good night. We'll see you on 223.415.